Hello guys, since Unity has added many new tools, I thought maybe it would be good to explore them a little bit and see what they can do. So in this video we're going to change this brain to a more cool looking one with a pulse effect and all that using the new tool Shader Graph. So let's get started. So here I've imported some assets. You can find all these assets in a link in the description. And first we're going to Windows, Package Manager, and make sure that lightweight render pipeline is up to date. For me I have one update, but I don't really need it for this particular shader. Next we're going to go to this tree brain, which is a shader that I've created for the brain. But first, if you don't know how to make a shader, go to create shader and choose PBR graph, and then name it anything you want, like tree brain, but I will delete it for now and go to my tree brain. Let's zoom in, and as you can see here I have some properties, and you can add a property by clicking here in the add button and choose the property that you want. The first 5 properties are texture, the albedo texture, and normal map, occlusion, metallic. Then we have our gradient, which will work with our metallic texture to make this pulse effect. Then we have a multiply, which is a property that is going to control our pulse speed, and then a color that's going to control the pulse color. So first I'm going to delete everything here, and I'm going to start from scratch. Also here I'm going to choose a sphere. Later I'm going to change that. First I'm going to add the albedo, and people who are expert in shader graph are going to know that you can't put this immediately here. You have to use a sample texture that's going to change the property in order to match up with the albedo or normal map, emission, all of these properties here in the PBR master. I'll make some room here. Next, let's add our normal map, and like we did with our albedo, we're going to add the sample texture and then add it to the normal map. I'm going to make some space, then the occlusion as well, sample texture, and then here in the occlusion. And I always like to put the texture first in order to see what's going on. And here in the main preview I'm going to choose custom mesh and choose skull, which is our brain, and you can see that the texture works just fine. I'm also going to put some room here for our emission. So now I'm going to start our pulse effect. So I'm going to take the metallic, use as well the sample texture, and after that we're going to use a node called replace color. And what does the replace color node do is changing a specific color like blue to another color like black, and that's what we are going to do here. So instead of putting in the from, we're going to put in the n, and then we're going to choose a blue color, or which we have made here the color blue property. Put it here in the from, and then change the range to 0.45, and the range's work is if you put it in the 1, it's going to change most of it to black, and if you put it in 0, it's going to put most of it into blue, or it's just not going to do any effects like this texture here. So we're going to choose a number between them, which is 0.45. And now if I put this in the emission, you can see that the brain has the pulse effect, but without any animation. I'm going to change the range to something like 0.3 to make it more visible. Next we are going to put our gradient here with our sample texture. So first we're going to put the gradient and then put in the sample texture, And what we need is make this texture moving, and you can do this effect by choosing tiling and offset. So now if I put this here and change the offset, you can see that it's currently changing, and we want to make it change over lifetime, so I'm going to choose a time node. If I put this right over here, you can see this is currently moving, but we want to have some control over the speed, so I'm going to put the multiply vector 1 here, put it here and choose a multiply node. Take the time and put it with the multiply node, and then instead of making the time go to the tiling offset, we're going to make the multiply go there. And you can see that it's currently slower because I've chosen 0.5, and the minus is to change the direction. So if I put it to 0.5, it's going to that direction, and if it's minus, it's going to the other direction. Next I'm going to add a new multiply node and give both the sample texture here and the replace color here, and you can see that this is currently animating, and we have our pulse effect. So let's put it here in the emission, and for now everything works just fine. So now I've saved this, go to Unity and then go to the Brain material, to choose shader graphs and choose the tree brain, and you can see that everything is put in already. You can put them yourself here. So now if I press play, you can see that it works just fine. And that's it guys for this video. If you have any effect that you want me to try in shader graph, definitely let me know in the comments. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.